Big it up, big it up. Yep. Clear in my face. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go. Play my games like big it up, big it up. Yep. Clear in my face. Yeah. Here we go, go.
Tired of watching the same boring old sports shows? Try this on for size.
His play style, yeah. I think he's the best at pretty much everything.
You're watching the What the Show with Jose Rockus and Jigga Man Porto. And now, the best damn sports show on the internet. What the
I am literally getting attacked by the internet monster today. Guys, do you see the super lagginess of me today? Look at this. Well, yeah. How bad is it on your end? Because it's bad on my end.
It's actually better than it was prior to us streaming.
Oh, all right. So it's not as shitty as it was before, but still pretty bad. What's up, homies?
How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Good.
We're here.
Not much,
It's
man.
Tuesday.
We got a lot of shit to cover tonight. A lot.
Yeah. It's a good news week this,
It really is.
High quality topics we got going this week.
And then we're going to break down our running backs too, right?
Oh,
who we would add to our
absolutely.
Madden squads. I'm excited to see what you guys brought to the table. I think we might have some shockers there between all of us. I think so. So, Richie, before we jump into all the sports topics, bro.
Yeah. Please.
Are you sleeping? How's life? I mean, newborn in the house, a puppy. You were like, you know what? If I'm not going to sleep, screw it. Let's throw a puppy on top of that as well. Like, are you sleeping, bro? You good?
Yeah, we're sleeping. The wife, with Peyton, our first child, she allowed me to, I got up every moment, every opportunity with Peyton, the dad instinct, just like kick up, got to go help. Dakota, total flip here. So the wife understands because I get up and I work with the little kids in the morning. So she understands that I need to have my full attention and energy when I'm working with the children throughout the day. So I still get up if you need to run downstairs and grab up. But Dakota is taking suit after Peyton, and I hate to say that, we're doing good. He's sleeping through the night. He wakes up about 2-3 times, and we're good to go. Now the puppy, on the other hand, God, what the
I know. Every time I talk to him, I'm like, what the the dog is nonstop barking. It's like a puppy or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys hear in the back. Yeah.
All right.
It's still going on. I got doors shut, windows closed. It don't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the where my internet's going to be horrible all night and a dog's going to be barking. This is exciting stuff, but good
High
news.
quality productions over here.
Jose Ruckus' mustache is going to make up for it all. So, guys, let's jump into the first topic. It's got to be the Usman versus Edwards fight. Did you guys catch this?
I wasn't watching this one live because honestly, I didn't expect anything cool to happen.
Oh my gosh, and it did. Literally the last couple of seconds of the fifth, when that kick came out of nowhere, it was freaking phenomenal. Did you watch the highlight, obviously, at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it was as soon as it happened, it's literally the only thing I could see on my Twitter feed.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, even our boys from Fight Night that week, I think I got the video. Let me see.
This story about another Rocky that came
Okay.
to
I thought you were telling the story about Carlos.
at a very big underdog against a champion that was dominant in his time, Apollo Creed, right? It's a classic Rocky story,
Rocky.
guys. Fight it, you love, you got Usman, the movie star, Black Panther movie. He's coming out. He's living good, guys.
You know what? Dan? I think Rocky was a southpaw too, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, the lion has been sleeping in silk sheets, guys.
Dude, they pretty much called every fight again, making everybody in the kingdom money. Their bets were ridiculous. But, I mean, they literally called the Edwards fight. Even Michael Carter Williams on the show was like, yeah, Rocky's taking it. I didn't put money on it. I didn't do it. And
I've heard that like already they're setting up Usman Edwards 3, and I would not put money on Edwards going into the third fight. I gotta tell you, I saw like the full highlights of the fight. Usman was doing regular Usman stuff in the fight, man. He dominates a fight. So like Edwards got out of this one. I mean, it's hard not to say that it's just luck. Like he just threw a Hail Mary out there, and sometimes that gets it done. Yeah,
and that's the thing, right? The biggest conversation now is he did lean in with that fake punch and line him up for the kick, right? Okay, so there was some effort in there to make that kick happen, but let's be real, he got owned that entire freaking match. But that kick, but here's the bigger issue I have with this topic. You still can't call the man Rocky. There is only one Rocky Balboa. You don't get a nickname Rocky. I'm sorry. Chat, I don't care if you disagree with me. Rocky Balboa, the Rocky, can only be used. Okay. All right.
I don't remember Apollo Creed getting knocked out from a kick.
Exactly. There's no Rocky kicking. Well, did he kick in any? No, not a single Rocky did he ever kick. He's Rocky. Either way, the fight was freaking not that great, but the ending was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. Crazy ending.
Right when I thought, and it was close to me being like, all right, this is over. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people did. I saw so many tweets of, oh yeah, I backed out. I missed it. How do you sit there and watch all like 5 rounds and then back out with the last minute left? Horrible.
It's all it takes, boys. One nicely placed kick to the chops. See you later.
What do you guys think about sticking with a little UFC action here, but not really? But Dana White coming out and talking about the fact that the Raiders had a deal in place for Brady and Gronk.
This is interesting because I remember around the time of Tom Brady's free agency, I remember the rumors of the Raiders because they're going to be their first year in Vegas, and so the talk was, first year in Vegas, you bring Tom Brady in, and then you're just, boom, all your season tickets sold, packing every game, massive thing. So I sort of believe this. And also, if you remember, the Tampa Bay thing with Tom Brady came together very late in the postseason. It seemed like he went through just about every team before winding up on the Bucs. So this is a crazy story.
Yeah, and I mean, it then goes back to we all remember when he was on the barbershop and he said, you're going to stick with that mother trucker. Does this confirm? I mean, that's the biggest thing on the internet right now, right? Does this confirm that it was Derek Carr?
I thought that we had already confirmed that it was somebody else.
Yeah.
That it was supposed to be Ryan Fitzpatrick with the Dolphins. But even before that, people were saying it was Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco.
Exactly.
I don't know if we're ever going to know exactly who he was talking about. Because he could have, there were probably 6 guys that you could have said that offseason where it was like, really? You're sticking with that guy?
Yeah, but don't you feel like this one kind of enhances it a bit? That Gruden blew the whole thing up when they had the deal in place? Now, to me, if you put him in order, who would it be? I think it jumps Carr to the top of that list.
Well, we do also know about the information about the Dolphins and the weird things going there, trying to bring Tom Brady to the Dolphins. So I'm still not out that it wasn't Ryan Fitzpatrick. And especially
the debate will continue.
If you imagine that Tom Brady has continuously owned Ryan Fitzpatrick throughout his career, if we're gonna call somebody an MRFer, like I feel like Tom Brady's gonna get that worked up for Fitzpatrick, not for Derek Carr. Derek Carr's like pretty good.
That's a good point. I mean, valid. But real quick, jump off topic here. I see in the chat we got our boy Hector Yankees Morning Brew, and he stopped by to let Jose know. Hey, Jose, Judge has 48 homers. He had another dinger on there today.
Oh, put another dinger on.
Jose just gave the shrug. Like,
it's just a number until it's 62.
Hector was at the Yankees game tonight. Our boys checking in. What up, Hector?
Oh.
Yes, sir. Listen, I am section 420 all the way at the top of the stadium. If y'all can see the last seat up there. My big ass was damn near coughing out of lung trying to climb up these steps. But I'm here. I came specifically for Jose. What's up, Jose? No. But it's everything.
What's the score?
Good.
Give me an update.
It's 4-2 right now. It's the top of the ninth. All the Met fans, they started trickling out already. They started jumping in their car because the major league and there's traffic, so they had to get home early. Deuces.
That's good. Now maybe you can work your ass down from 420 and maybe get a little closer. Oh, wait a minute. Are you there with the dude that does the 420 podcast?
No. Actually, no. He was here yesterday. I just missed him. He was here yesterday, but I'm here. I'm here with my guy John from Still Nick Fans. John, say what's up to the guys.
What's up, John? How you doing, bro?
It's a gang of us out here. We out here.
Yeah, Hector, I have a question for you.
What's up, baby?
So last night on Twitter was set ablaze by something that a Yankee fan did at the game.
Jumping on the field?
No, making a hot dog straw to drink a beer.
Oh,
Is this a thing Yankees fans do?
You weirdos.
Yes, what it was that specific guy was listening to Mad Dog Russo, who's a diehard Giants fan. He heard him in the morning talking about the glizzy straw, so he had to try it out. Personally, me, I haven't seen any glizzy straws today. I haven't seen any hot dog straws.
Hector, are you going to be a hot dog straw guy, or you're going to pass on that?
No, I'm going to pass on that. You know, what it was you guys didn't see. He put the beer in the cup to let it marinate the flavor.
Oh.
We got one more outlet to go. The game's about to be done.
Yes, sir. Yo, appreciate you stopping by, Papa. We will see you tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. I'm looking forward to the recap. Peace.
Sir.
Go Tigers.
Coach Richie. Let's go Tigers. Let's go Lions. Let's go Matthew Stafford. Bye.
Hey, we fired Avila.
Shot.
we fired Avila. I think that was what was really holding the Tigers back. I don't think he was doing the right things to make a product on the field. I think the other three Detroit teams, the Red Wings, the Pistons, and the Lions, I think they're on the trajectory upwards. I mean, I've been around this franchises for a while now, and I haven't seen things like this in the past. So Tigers, we'll see. Anyways, this is not a Detroit podcast, so we'll just bypass it. Don't clip that.
We will. Now that Hector checked in, I mean, sticking with baseball for a second. Yo, you saw the reports? The Angels are up for sale?
Maybe up for sale.
Is it a maybe?
I heard that he was like asking around about maybe finding a buyer. I don't think he's put the team up for sale. You know?
Okay, so kind of doing a little feeler like you do in Discord. Would you guys be open to this? Give us a check, and then you find out if you spend the money or okay, yeah. How do you feel about that if they do sell the team? Like, how do you?
Depends on who it gets sold to, right?
Of course.
Because I mean, the Angels are a team that I want to see succeed, like especially because I mean they're in the AL, they're not in the NL, so they're not competing with the Giants at all. I would love to see the Angels just be a really dominant baseball team because they have Shohei Ohtani, one of the most exciting athletes in all of sports right now, just doing it on both sides.
Just lost to the Tigers, by the way. Sorry.
They lose to everybody. I don't even know if they've won a game this year. They've got what remains of Mike Trout, who's also an extremely exciting player. So I'm just
how do you explain not winning with the stars that you have on that team?
It's baseball, man. I mean,
I
go
get
through the
that.
annals of baseball and just look at all the guys who just never won a ring. Some of the best players in the history of the sport just never won a
very
ring
true.
because it's such a team-dependent sport. Now, what's really like disappointing with this team is that they've never built a good team around, and they've never drafted well. They've never
Right.
developed than having maybe two of the greatest of all time. They've never developed any guys into like really good caliber baseball players.
Yeah, and they've never been good with their farm system. They've never hit. And it's like you almost feel like they don't even have scouts that do actual prospecting for them. You know what I mean? Like it's just the consistent same routine. So do you guys think that this kind of devalues what they can actually get if he is to sell the team? Or is it, hey, it's still the Angels, it's still a major city, like
because it's in LA, because they have Shohei,
Not in LA.
the greater Los Angeles area.
Not the greater Los Angeles area. It's considered Orange County. Calm down. I know we all wrap it in. I know. I get it. Calm down.
all right,
For
so
me to
Richie's
get to Anaheim-
not buying the team. Richie's not buying the
I'm
team.
not buying. I mean, if I knew a guy, I would try to buy it, but I don't know anybody out that way. So
The sell price on this team is going to be huge. One,
of
just
course.
because it's sports, right? Teams just keep getting more expensive and more expensive.
And it's the
and more
market.
expensive.
It's
Yeah.
the market. Whether you lump it in or not, it's still LA to them, right? And that market comes with a big capital on it.
And you have the most marketable player in the sport.
I mean, not even in the sport. I mean, within the world, man. I mean, this guy is outside of the United States. I mean, this guy's representing, the Asian population, this opportunity. Like, I mean, the last time we've seen somebody like this that was a pitcher and a hitter, Babe Ruth. I mean, this guy is making our history trajectory forward.
Yeah, so here, I'll take it a step further then. Then it goes back into the speculation if they really are looking to get rid of him after the season and trade him. Now it makes sense. If they're really looking to sell the team, they're giving him up. It brings the value down a little bit, right? But I think this is one of those situations where teams now really are like, you know what? We probably really can get him.
That is interesting. I'd imagine if you're somebody buying the team, Shohei being there's
Has to be
a
a part
very
of that.
important factor about whether or not you're going to buy or not.
Right. So to me, that's probably one of the biggest questions. You already know where you're located. You already know the history of the team. Regardless, if Shohei's not there, now I think it brings the value of that purchase down 100%,
Absolutely.
at least 80%,
Yeah.
All right. You see, that's why I like talking to you guys. So we have some opinions. To see what's
I
going on.
will say this. I've been to the Angels Stadium a couple times. Great stadium. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
a really good stadium to go to. It's a great marketplace, too, because, like, I've done it. I've had the annual pass to Disneyland. Been there at Disneyland being like, hey, I'm here for like 4 days. Might as well go see an Angels game. Great stadium. Like, there's a lot of good reasons to buy that team besides Shohei.
Oh, yeah. Again, I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind that it'll sell without a problem, right? And
It's
that's
just
to me,
the
it's
price
like,
tag.
why the feeler? Like, if you're going to put it out there and really do it, there must be some serious consideration going into it that you're doing this. Like, you reach your limit and you're like, all right, it's that time. Let's put the word out now and let's see what we get. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Our boy Jason Wright. What up, Jason? We got Kung Fu D in the chat. We know Hector was in the chat. I am Mr. Exotic. It's just great to say the name. That's pretty dope. What up, Mr. Exotic? Let's jump into this one. I have to have a little bit of NBA talk, and I got to jump into a little bit of the New York Knicks. Once again, we're still talking about Donovan Mitchell, people. We're still talking about the trade that's not happening. The last report, I don't know if you guys saw it. Fournier, Obi Toppin, 5 first-round picks. And yet, Utah is not excited about the trade offer. Now, the report about an hour ago was there's not enough unprotected picks in there. Do you guys think, I'm not going to get my Knicks take yet, do you think this is too much, too little? Or are you just done listening to the Donovan Mitchell is going to the Knicks talk?
I I mean, the Knicks, man, they're one of those franchises that always need to win, right? I feel like they're in that mindset, win, 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 because of where they're located and because of their history. They're going outside. They're talking to Brunson. You know, they're trying to bring these guys in before the contracts, getting in trouble. I mean, you throw 5 first-round picks. You're giving away Obi Toppin, who's one of your young up-and-comings, maybe not an RJ Barrett, but still young, could still be productive. Evan Fournier, very productive with Orlando. I think Donovan Mitchell, I don't think is worth 5 first rounds, whether they're protected or not, because you take away everything else that comes with it. Who's left on that roster? You got RJ Barrett, you got Donovan Mitchell, and you got Julius Randle.
Orange Julius.
But I mean,
I'm holding back.
5 first rounds?
Okay, here's the deal.
Please,
Here's why this
please,
trade's not
okay.
going through. Rudy Gobert, 5 first rounders, 5 players for Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
He has completely tanked this entire offseason trade market because everybody's expecting, if that's what Rudy Gobert's worth, a guy who, sure, defensive MVP, sure, basically useless in the playoffs. His playoff numbers are terrible, especially on defense. If that's what Rudy Gobert's worth, 5 first rounders, 5 players, then what's Donovan Mitchell worth?
That is the best take right there, because you said it. It's set up the market right now that it's just crazy talk. There's no reason they should have gotten that. Period. I'm okay. I'll be honest. I'm okay. All right. You want to get rid of 4 picks, 5 picks? All right. We got a plethora. Let it go. You know what? Go ahead and get Fournier. You know, I'm okay with him going. I'm not a big fan of us losing Obi, right? But when I hear that Tibbs rumors are saying that he's okay even trading RJ Barrett before he would trade Julius Randle, like, what are you doing? I'm okay right now, honestly. If you tell me this is what's on the table, they take it, and we get Donovan Mitchell, cool. Because you know what? Knicks are another one that, until recently, haven't hit big on draft picks, right?
It's true.
RJ's big, right? Like some recently, right? Grimes is now coming up. Like these guys, the youth is there. So I'd rather get rid of the picks. We've got the young core in place that's really stepping up in the summer league. We see what RJ Barrett can be. Listen, for me, and I'm not a Julius hater, throw Julius Randle in that package as well and just get him out of my get him off my team.
I mean,
I don't. If I was the Knicks GM, I wouldn't do it. I don't like it. You look at where your team's at. I like the young core of the Knicks. I'll say that. I think that they are pretty. I think they're pretty good. But you look at what this team's done right now. A single playoff win with this, adding Donovan Mitchell, getting away 5 first rounders, giving away a couple players. That's not suddenly turning you even into an Eastern Conference Finals contender. It's just making it that maybe you can get out of the first round. Yeah. So, and in order to do that, you're also giving up your future, which means that you're setting your cap at what your potential is. You guys are going to be a first round, second round bounce for the next 5-6 years.
You see, but that's okay. That's your opinion. All right. That's what we're here to talk about. We want, but I really feel Donovan Mitchell, what our young core is doing with Jalen Brunson, Mitch Robinson extension, RJ. I think with that squad,
got a lot of ball handlers that need the ball themselves, Jigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Donovan Mitchell. He is not an off-ball scorer, man. He gets to the rack. He needs the ball in his hand. You got Jalen Brunson, who is bringing up the ball dominant. You know, you got RJ Barrett, maybe can score off ball. You know, you got Mitchell Robinson. What's he do on offense? He's a prowess on defense. I know that. He can maybe get a little better touch on the rim, you know, a little bit better offensive touch. But like Jose said, does Donovan Mitchell really take you to that next echelon? Are you going to compete with Boston? Who's going to guard Jason Tatum? Who's going to guard Jaylen Brown? You know, you have these guys that are maybe perennial on offense, but like, what are they going to do on defense? Is Jalen Brunson going to lock up, you know, any of these guys coming down the court? I mean, I don't know.
How long have the Knicks been a piece away?
No,
since my entire lifetime hearing
it's been forever.
Patrick
Long time.
Ewing, and then into
Long
the
time.
Isaiah Thomas GM years and stuff. It's always just we just got to get this one guy. We just
But-
got to
but
trade
you see, but that's the
everything for
thing,
one
though.
guy.
But that's the
One
thing. We're
guy.
not really saying that it's about the one guy. We're saying it's
are we saying
a
then?
piece that really fits what we're trying to do, not to win this year, but you know what? We
But
know
then-
we can hit with him. We know he's proven, and with the core we have now of young guys, we are literally building a team that's going to go to that next level.
But then
Look at
how
Jericho Sims.
how
Look at
do you
Obi.
get
Look at
how do
me.
you get
know what?
if
I don't want to talk to you guys anymore.
getting Donovan Mitchell?
This is the first.
That's the promo clip. That's the promo clip for tomorrow.
Dips out later.
Getting Donovan Mitchell actually does put the Knicks in a place where they are one piece away, but it leaves them in the spot where they can't get the next piece.
But that's where we're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
No,
That's
where do you get the money?
Exactly that. What do you mean? Where do we get the money? Because with us
Can't draft anybody.
unloading Fournier, that's the move.
Okay.
Fournier's salary, you unload that, right? That's a big play right there. Most of the rest of our guys, and that's why if we pull that trade off, I am totally okay with them moving Julius Randle. Get that salary off. Okay. Listen, Julius can come right now and have the best season of his life, and I'm still not going to be a Julius fan.
Hey, can we just remember
No leadership
one
on
thing?
our team, nothing last season.
One thing, boys. If Stan Van Gundy doesn't decide to draft Luke Kennard, Donovan Mitchell's a Detroit Piston. Just saying. Because
You know
Detroit
what?
Pistons have been a debauchery on draft picks. I mean, Carmelo Anthony.
Well, that was a really good way to get us off the next topic. Good job there, Coach Richie.
Yeah, but because I know we got a lot of New York fans up in this mug, and you guys want to win. But like Jose said, though, I mean, I think he brings up a valid point. You guys have always been that one piece. When's the last time you guys have been to the playoffs and have had success? I mean, I'm only speaking, and that's where those things are. It's like, but if you trade away 5 first-round draft picks, who you drafting? Who you
And
bringing in?
you look at the free
Pull it
agency
up real quick,
rosters.
Jose. Pull it up real quick for me. How many
Pull it
draft
up.
picks, even with that 5 that we give up? Please tell me how many draft picks we have.
Okay,
I just want to prove a point.
Goggle it. Ask Jeeves.
I'm looking. I'm gonna look. Knicks
He's
draft
asking.
picks.
We had a butler at one point.
future.
We would ask questions to, and he would find the answers. His name was Jeeves. Are we that old? Jose, do you know about Jeeves?
Yeah, I know about Jeeves. Okay.
Chat, even if you're not a Knicks fan, I want your answer.
Okay,
Do you
so you
think
have-
it's worth us giving up 5 first-round picks, Evan Fournier and Obi Toppin? I'm not a fan about the Obi part,
Trade
but
not
what are your
going through
opinions?
anyways?
Four
Or if you were
first
trading
rounders. 4 first rounders in 2023. 1 first rounder in 2024. 3 second rounders in 2024. 2 first rounders in 2025.
Okay.
2, and then you're at
Exactly.
1. But so you're
Oh.
looking. You're talking about you get Donovan Mitchell because one. Drafting a guy who's going to put you over the top. That's just so rare. That's a development 3-4 years down the line. Who are you bringing in free agency? Because I'm looking at the 2023 free agents. Andrew Wiggins? You're going to get Wiggins?
I mean,
But here's the thing. I'm still a big believer that we have a young group that's really going to step up.
I agree with that. I like
Quinn
the young
Grimes,
core.
IQ. I think we have the pieces there that we don't have. We can take that season with the Brunson move, with Mitchell, with everything we've got now. I think we do find those extra 2 pieces that are right there in house that help us within a year or 2 start competing again to be in the playoffs. All right, listen, we're spending a lot of talk. It's fine. We'll move on from the Knicks.
if
All right.
Gibbs doesn't run him into the ground by yelling at him and making him play.
Yeah,
that
you
would
gotta
be-
get you gotta get rid of Thibs, man. You gotta
Yeah,
get rid
bro.
of coaching.
Sorry.
Don't
go.
even get me started, all right? I told you,
Bring
the
it
man
to bro
literally
for the 30th time. Bring
The
Joakim
man
Noah
literally said he
retirement.
would trade RJ Barrett before Julius Randle. Like, what are you smoking, bro?
Orange Julius.
Like, let's be real. Tibbs would be, if it was his world, he'd be like, okay, we're starting just D Rose.
Rudy
We're gonna-
Gobert.
Yeah, he's gonna bring
Patrick
back all
Beverly.
the. Jeez,
Yeah, all
jeez.
the defensive badasses.
Hey, are you guys done with the rumors of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors? Kevin Durant going everywhere. They confirmed he's staying with Brooklyn.
Yeah, because
For now.
deal with this drama, bro.
Bro,
Did you see the Patrick Beverly tweet, bro? Like calling out KD about it, and KD was like, "Oh, KD blame game," and he was like, "Bro, I ain't calling you out.
I
calling
never
out how
want to
you
see a
guys-"
Patrick Beverly tweet.
That's probably true too, but
Get Bev out of my life.
dude, he's in your life, cemented.
So, here's the thing with the Durant stuff, right? This is a topic I know we can spend a couple minutes on. Chat, jump in on this as well, okay? One, how tired are we of the tantrums? Like, you just throw a tantrum this day and you get whatever you want. I'm over it. I want to trade. Yeah. That's it. I'm moving. I want to leave. And then my question to you guys is, what did they offer for him to say, okay, I'm staying? Like they haven't announced anything, but are they changing the stadium to his name? Is Brooklyn now going to be Durant City? Like, how do you go from the biggest tantrum to, okay, I'm going to stay?
He got nothing. Nothing. What happened was they sat him down and said, look, Kevin, we would be more than happy to trade you right now if we could get value for you. But the trade market being what it is, with everybody, like we can't trade Kevin Durant for less than what Rudy Gobert got. So we need at least 6 first-rounders, 6 players, right? And you look at the players that they want, and one, Kevin's trade demands are ridiculous, asking he wants to go to these teams, but he wants to be able to play with these players when he gets there and stuff. And it creates the situation where the trades are incompatible, right? Because like the Miami Heat can't trade Bam Adebayo and like Ben Simmons. Those two guys can't be involved in the same trade together. They need a third team to get involved with that trade. Mm-hmm. And why would you as a team be a facilitator to get the Miami Heat Kevin Durant?
Yo, do we think that the Rudy trade is going to affect stuff for a couple of years to come? Yeah. Like, I really do think it can. I don't know how much it carries over into next year because we know how that goes. Free agency always resets. But I think it's put a stop to a lot.
Right now, it's put a freeze on everything. Next offseason, we won't see this. Because all the GMs are going to sit back and go, that's ridiculous. We can't do this anymore. We need to reset the trade value. Also, guess what? The Jazz are going to lose in the second round next year, and everybody's going to go, what an awful trade that was. Can't believe you did that. So,
and to circle it back in, the Pistons have the most salary cap next year. I mean, once again, see how it all circles back to Detroit today, boys?
Wiggins is going to Detroit.
Dude, I'll take a Wiggins. He don't need to be the first. You got Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and second off, third off, HBO Hard Knocks. If you guys aren't watching it, freaking watch it because the Detroit Lions are becoming everybody's team. Sorry, it's not a Detroit thing.
You know what? I caught an episode the other. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I know you didn't.
I don't watch Hard Knocks anymore.
Universe, John Brown, Mr. Universe, 2-time Mr. Universe, called out Kevin Durant in the Hard Knocks
I saw that. Yeah, I did see the clip.
When's the last time Kevin Durant did a calf raise? Like, it was pretty awesome. Sorry, once again, always, boys.
The thing is, this Kevin Durant stuff's not over.
No,
because I guarantee you, we're going to the trade deadline, and the Nets are like 4 or 5 games above 500. Kevin Durant's getting traded.
Yeah, 100%. But the value is going to be the question, right? And that's where I think we need to see, when is that moment going to change? When's it going to change?
And at that point, going to the trade deadline, teams will be more desperate. There will be a team that is very close to potentially winning a championship, but doesn't have the thing that's going to put them over, and they will give everything to get Kevin Durant.
Correct.
Yeah. And then it goes back to our point. Is that Rudy trade going to set the tone?
Yep.
Period.
It does.
Sucks. It really sucks. All right, so let's do this, guys. Let's jump into a little bit of sports history. And then when we get back, let's jump into a little bit of the running backs we want to add to our Madden League.
Top 3.
Sound good?
Top 3. Gotta pee.
Sports history. Check it out, Chad. Let me tell you, when I made that sports history today, I had a conversation with my kids. I was like, listen, there's something that goes on the 23rd where catchers are being hit in the head with baseball bats in history. You got O.J. Simpson. Like, I was like, maybe you guys shouldn't go outside today. I'm going to pay for as much pizza as you want. Everybody hang out at home. I'm worried that it might be bad. You guys ready to jump into who we're adding to our Madden Sim League? 3 running backs. Now, for everybody in the chat, what we decided was we're not going to do the here's 3, here's 2, here's 1. We're now, we're building our team, right? So these are 3 guys that are going to make our running back committee to really lead our offense. So in the chat, just like every week, I want to know what 3 running backs you guys are throwing up. Let's start with you, Coach Richie. I want to know, what are you adding? What we did last week was receivers, or was quarterbacks last week? Quarterbacks, right? That's right. We had the journey visit for Jose. Nice. Coach, let's start with your running backs, bro. What do we got?
Well, gotta start it off. Number 2. There it is. You already busted. I got his autograph right here, man. I mean, like, my guy, man.
T West.
I broke down his film. What was the game? We literally touched the ball 7 times and scored 7 touchdowns. And Terrell had, I think, 3 of those on some amazing freaking runs. I mean, and then got to talk to him behind the scenes. I mean, Terrell West, man.
So hold on. I mean,
hold on.
It was only fair last week. Jose got a nice little hello from Jerdy, Mr. International, with his Jesus-like hair flow.
Yep. Yeah.
I saw that you were picking T West.
Yeah.
So I had to reach out to our boy. What up, Wes?
Yo, what up?
What up, fam?
What's up, man?
Yeah, it's official. Coach Richie has drafted you to his Madden team. You are his starting running back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you already know, T West. Come on, man. What's been good, man? What are you doing right now in this offseason?
He's coaching those kids. That's what he's doing. He's coaching.
No, come out to Cali. Let's get you a job out here. Come on.
How's the coaching going? What's up, man?
Man, everything going good. It's a different experience where I'm at, just because the program's been down for a minute. But like I said, this was my daddy coach, so I always wanted to come back with my pops coach and coach here. We actually won our first game last week, so
yes,
been doing good. And that's like the second win in like 28 games. So
wow.
it's a different process here. Because we went undefeated. I coached at my high school last year, and we went undefeated. We won all the games, and we won the championship. So it's kind of opposite here. But just getting them kids to develop, man.
Are you teaching them that Knights of Degen way on how to put up, the most points as a team?
Sir.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yes, sir. Hey, they said they love the jerseys too, man. I don't never show my kids the highlights, but like they always, you know how kids are. They always think they're like, man, them jerseys, man. D.O. was your team, man. I'm like, yeah, man, that's how we do it. That's how the Knights do it.
So Terrell, I got a question for you. I'm obviously repping my terrible Detroit Lions. Coming from some winning football in your history. Now, granted, we didn't get to where we wanted to be FCF wise, but high school winner, you're used to winning. How do you coach these kids that come from a losing background, right? The Detroit Lions are going through the same mentality, man. It's SOL, same old Lions, expect to win, but we don't expect that. So how do you teach these kids to have that mentality? Like, hey, like, you're not always a loser. You can go out and compete. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. So how do you teach that as a coach?
Exactly what you said, man. Start with the mindset. Just the little things like showing up to practice on time, not missing. Like that's a big thing we deal with. Well, we dealt with this summer, but it's getting better now. I think we started out with like 15 guys. Now we up to like 30. And it just keep adding on and just getting those guys to understand that okay, it's only so much the coaches can do. Somebody's gonna have to lead the way as players. Yeah. And we getting guys that's stepping up and realizing, okay, these coaches, what they're saying is right, man. Somebody got to say something, and we got to hold each other accountable. Because with all my winning and all the success I done had, I knew that it's gonna take the players. The players gotta get each other at a certain point in time. The coaches can only do so much, but the players got to get out there and make plays.
One more thing. After you win, you get that first win. You said 28 games.
Mm-hmm.
How do you build on that? Like, how do you not get too high, not get too low? Like, how do you not let these kids confidence? Like, what do you do to keep them in that moment? Like, hey, that was last week. It's a whole new ballgame. What are you doing this week to prepare your boys? And maybe a lady or two, they try to get into the football scene. But like, what do you try to do to prepare these children and these teenagers and these young men to get prepared for next week? They're coming off an extreme high. 28 games is a losing streak. Trust me. I know what it's like to be a loser. Okay, I get it. I get it. So what are you doing to prepare these guys for that following week?
Just telling them, man, let's be consistent. Let's do what got us here. And understand that consistency gonna get you there. Whether we win the next game or lose the next game, you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You got to show up. You got to do the little things like going to class, doing the things that you think don't matter that really matter.
Yeah, awesome.
T West. So what's the most difficult part of being in a team with a winning culture versus a losing culture? What's the hardest part about being a coach in that environment?
It's just the faith aspect. You can't see it, but it's there. They don't know what it takes. They kind of go against, okay, we say have intensity. They well, why we got intensity? But they don't know that that's how you get to winning. It's a certain way you have to practice, certain way you have to prepare to be a winner. And they kind of well, he just yelling, or they just own us, but those things really matter. So
you're having to build the whole foundation there.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
So I got a couple ones for you, T West. All right. Well, first in the chat, our boy Kung Fu D, he wants to throw this out there, but he said, "Yo, Wes, he's got one of them eternal digital moments. He wants to know if he can swing that thing your way to get himself an autograph on that bad boy." So he putting you on the spot. Have you done one of those yet, T West?
I don't know how to do it.
All right. So I'm gonna help you set it up. All right, and we'll get that squared away. We'll do mine first. We'll do mine first as a test run, and then we'll get it. All right. So here's a couple of things I want to talk about. One, these kids. How much they make you talk about the FCF and how you played? That come up a lot?
Yeah, they want to know about it. I actually bought 2 guys to the stadium. So I bought 2 guys to the championship game, and they was like, man, it's crazy. And they had the big poster. They had the big poster of me up. So they was like, oh yeah, Coach the real deal.
You are the real deal. Don't underplay it. Don't underplay it. You're the real deal, my guy. Come on back.
I can picture it now, right? They won that game, guys, and they're like, "Yeah, that's right." Because T West is our coach. We got this. They just hype and ready to go.
That's Coach West to you, all right? That's not T West. That's Coach West. Come on now.
So you got everything going on with the season, right? Good to hear you guys are starting to find wins and stuff. That's so good. You still on your grind? You staying ready to play some more?
I've been grinding, and I stay involved with them, and it kind of psych them out when they see me live and do stuff like that.
So, are you still looking at trying to find other opportunities right now, like XFL and these other stuff? Where's your mindset as far as you play wise?
I just got to see what falls in place, but FCF still would be a definite opportunity for me to come back. So yeah.
Hello, franchise tag. How you doing? Let's go.
Come on, there it is. That's what it looked like, Kung Fu D right there. Come on, man. Let's go.
All right. Well, we got the confirmation. Oh, go ahead, Jose. I see the smile.
So I got a question for you. So I know you're coaching. I know Ed's over there, Ed Crouch. He's doing his thing coaching. I know a bunch of FCF guys are all going around getting high school coaching jobs right now. Has there been discussions of you guys being like, hey, maybe we get together for a super coaching team? We all work together, coach a high school team.
Whoa. Hold on. Don't answer that yet because now my wheels are turning. All right. I'm having that Russell Crowe beautiful mind moment.
Oh man.
You mean what if the Knights of Degen built a youth football team and we had T. West, Crouch?
We got a running back coach. We got a quarterback coach.
Oh,
You got me over
Whoa.
here. Probably can't help.
So you
out.
mean like we've got our
Yeah,
team that
Georgia.
kicks the out of people in FCF, and then when the season's over, they coach our youth football team that kicks the out of everyone. Oh my
Travel youth.
gosh, Jose,
That's-
genius.
That'd be crazy. Hey,
Oh.
and I need to be Jigga get back coach. All right, I'm gonna just go hold Jigga back. Jigga and Drew, I'll be that get back coach.
Say man, come on, calm down, move back.
That's good.
That's so funny. All right, so
Dude.
I've got one. I'm gonna put you on the spot, T. West. We build a Madden team right now. All right, we got T. West on the squad. Who's the two running backs that are going on the three-headed snake with T. West to dominate in the league? Who T. West putting next to him?
In FCF or just the NFL?
Period. Any league. You get any two you want in their prime. Okay, go. What we think?
Come on, y'all put me on the spot, bro.
Who are your favorites, man? Who are your favorites?
It's good. No,
All
it's good.
time, right now.
Whatever you want. Two that
Whenever.
you like. This is the three of
Anybody.
us that are gonna be the one. It's all right. You know what? Take a couple seconds to think. We're good. While he's thinking, Richie. You threw T. West out there.
Yeah.
Who did you pair with T. West for your Madden team?
You know I had to pair CJ 2K with him. Come on, man. No, I did go Reggie Bush instead of Chris Johnson. That's how you know I'm prepared.
So,
That's how you
all
know.
right.
That's how you know
It's
I'm
okay.
prepared.
We know he's starstruck. He's like, I got my autograph football. It's T. West.
Are we talking football, baseball, pickleball, pickle juice? I picked Reggie Bush, my guy. He came into Detroit, was one of our top tier running backs when we needed him the most. And he changed the running back game in USC college football history. I'll put that on a pedestal right now. And then you already saw number one. Come on, man. You already knew I had to throw out my guy, bro. You'll never see a guy run 13 yards backwards and gain 1 yard positive in NFL today. Okay, I promise you.
I think I have
Barry
seen that in the
Sanders.
FCF.
Yeah.
Different ball game,
So,
my guy.
look, I can't lie. I mean, a T. West, Barry, and Reggie.
You're Reggie?
That's scary. That's okay. All right.
How do I
T.
feel?
West, you still need some more time. He's still thinking. You need more time. We're good. The chat.
I know I
The
got one.
chat. All right. Let's throw the first one out.
I gotta go with Bear. Barry Sanders, man.
Barry Sanders.
Amazing guy. Amazing player.
Die, bro.
Amazing.
You can't argue. I mean, even Jason Wright in the chat. He went with Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, and Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas. Okay.
Without the Thurman, come on. Go ahead, Jason. Shoot, like, get back, nigga, get back. Wes had to give me a get back right there.
Hold
That was
it
great.
back, man. Hold it back. One of those moments, man.
All right, so Wes is still thinking on another one.
got
Jose,
Barry, you
while
got
he's
Barry.
thinking on that, you want to jump into yours?
Yeah, we might as well get into mine. I had to throw my guy in there. Ladarius Galloway, right?
Gotta throw the G-way.
FCF MVP for season 1, champion. I believe the first running back in FCF history to throw a touchdown. That's pretty sweet too.
An illegal touchdown, but worth it.
Worth it. Look, there's a lot of guys on
Worth
the
it.
poster back there. We're getting more of these guys on the poster. They're going in the team.
That was a good call. All right, and then we got
Sean Alexander, man. This dude was such a beast. One of my all-time I remember getting my Madden cover of Sean Alexander on there. This guy was a monster, man. He didn't get to
that's
be
a
in
good
his
one.
prime for very long, unfortunately, but when he was in that prime, he was basically unstoppable, man. Insane.
Basically.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick, man. I hadn't thought of Sean Alexander in a while.
His career was so short, man. It
I
sucks.
know.
But when he was on fire, dude, he was one of the best in the league.
Don't put it past it.
He went with
Marshawn.
the Marshawn.
Double Seattle running backs.
Ooh.
Come on.
There's a reason that I am a Seattle Seahawks fan, and it is entirely this man right here, Marshawn Lynch. This guy changed my life. This guy is the reason I love football today because this man is insane. I was just going back last night watching Marshawn Lynch highlight videos, and I got to tell you, the best thing about this guy, Marshawn Lynch scores a touchdown. Does he do a dance? No. Nope. Does he get hype and celebrate? No. What's he do? Eat some Skittles, walks around, shakes everybody's hand.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
You technically just picked two FCF people. You can't you can't argue Marshawn. You can't.
No.
All right. I'm putting T West back on the spot. You ready for your third one?
I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry, man. Just because we got two kind of skilled guys. Now I go with a bigger back.
Yo, that's actually T West, Barry, and Henry. Yeah, that's you got West just doing his cutback going off.
Yeah.
Then you got Derrick Henry just stiff arming people into the metaverse, and then you got Barry doing Barry things. Yo, T West, that's good. That was good.
Got him.
Oh, let's see. Agent Squirrel, he threw out.
Okay.
Sanders, Walter Payton, and Terrell Davis. Yo, people whipping out some names.
I like that.
All right, T West, you want to hang out? I'm gonna throw my three up here. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Well, before you get into this, Jigga, you on each of these lists, you've been putting a lot of Jets players in your top 3 lists.
Oh, Sam.
What Jet player could possibly make it into the top 3 running backs? Are we getting Bilal Powell?
Wow.
Michael Carter.
First of all,
Hasn't
let's start
proven
off with I'm putting
The
the
bus.
bus on my squad.
The
Okay,
bus.
I need that man that's just he's gonna train over your butt. Gotta have Jerome Bettis. All right, so the bus is gonna be a part of that anchor. Okay?
Basically a fullback.
Exactly. I got my man there to make sure we get in that. I gotta throw Tiki on there.
Your best friend, Tiki Barber.
I gotta throw the Tiki on there. All right. And my dad being a huge Tiki Barber fan, I grew up. Tiki was that dude, you know?
Okay.
So Tiki's gonna give me that elusiveness I need. And then you're gonna sit there and ask me what Jet makes it. You know I'm throwing my boy Curtis Martin. Y'all can shut your mouths. Tell me what Jet gonna make it.
Who is this guy?
Oh man. Why do we keep inviting this guy back?
That's how you guys.
Because I love you.
I got a family and puppies and children and babies and bamboo fences to be building. Yeah, for sure.
So Wes, how long is the season? I mean, how many games are you guys in already? 1 or 2?
We got one. We already played one, so this coming week we'll play. We played last Thursday, so we're playing this Friday, and we got about 8 games left. So it's a 10-game season. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
well,
it.
you know, we all support you. The Kingdom supports United Dejan. We made it clear. We know who our RB1 is. There ain't no question. All right. Well, man, I appreciate you stopping by, T West. You know, I had to make sure Richie had a little surprise as well, and everybody in the chat.
I was not ready.
And
I wasn't.
We will start pitching. Actually, hold on real quick. I need all 3 of you just to look at your cameras. Look at it while I do this real quick.
Deeply.
Hey, Drew Austin. Hey, Knights of Dejan. Don't you think we should have our own youth football club coached by the one, the only, T West? How you doing? All right, we got it. Yo, T West, appreciate you, bro. Good luck with the game this week. I'll hit you up, man. Let's find out if you got that second dub, man.
Hey, Jigga. Hey, Jigga, I got something for you, man. Guess who I played with growing up?
Who?
Two of your Jets. Quinn Williams and Quincy Williams. I played with
ball. You played ball with? Come on. All right. So, reminder. Hey, Siri, remind me to tell T West to make a phone call. All right. We're good. Awesome, man. T West, man. We love you, bro. Thank you. Good luck with everything. And I know we'll be talking soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man.
Later, bro.
All right.
Thank you. Do I say thank you?
Come
to that?
on,
Like,
come on. I mean, we had to bring T West, you know,
the did pull out.
and Kung
What
Fu
about
D.
that?
I'll make sure that I'll test run him signing my card, and then we'll get your moment signed. So I think Zook was going to try to come on because
Make it on.
we've got a VBA game that I wanted to pull up
Coming
and
on
get
up.
some coverage of our VBA team. Let me see. Jason. I need to. Jason's in the chat. We need to pull this VBA game
Jason's
up.
always in the chat. Jason, do you have
We got
a
2
family?
minutes.
Jason's the number one viewer of the show.
Can I
Yeah,
can
that's
we
our
talk to his
boy.
family? I want to say thank you to his family if he has one. Jason, we thank your family for always being around. We really do, because
While Jigga gets the VBA game pulled up, Coach. So you played a bunch of sports in high school. Did you play with any
bunch.
pro athletes? Anybody you play with in the?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I
who
did.
did you play with?
Yeah, I played with Kyle Williams. His dad was the general manager of the White Sox for a while there.
Oh.
He actually played for the San Francisco 49ers. He's actually notorious for the two muff punts in the playoffs.
Right.
I remember playing with Kyle. I was grew up in the Midwest in Illinois. So if you didn't know the coach's son or you had no size, I'm 5'8" with some change. So I was not a very big guy. So I sat the bench. So I got to watch Kyle from the sidelines. I watched him for 2 years. And then he moved to Arizona, where he went on to play Arizona State University and then got drafted. Was super proud of the kid. Watched him, messaged him. I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but yeah. So I got to play with Kyle Williams. That was my
Hell yeah.
claim to fame.
So I didn't play high school sports, right? I played a bit of baseball when I was a young guy. Stopped playing sports.
Okay.
But my cousin did go to high school with the same year. I met him his senior year, Doug Martin.
No way. Running back?
Yeah. Got to meet Doug Martin when he was in high school,
way.
senior, before he went off to Boise State and stuff. And I'll tell you what, that team that he was on, St. Mary's, that was a great high school football team. He was not the best player on that team.
I didn't get to go to school with them or anything like that, but Mike Allstott. His next door neighbor to my grandma is cousins with Mike Allstott, and he went to JCA Joliet, or was it JCA Joliet Academy High School, which was right up the street from us, something like that. But
Kung Fu, no, not a vintage shirt. No, this is pretty new.
Yeah, I think he was older than him. He got it from his grandpa. But no, we streaming some VBA here. Hopefully,
we got some VBA right here.
We Jose, have you been? I mean, I've been pretty busy. Have you been keeping up with our VBA teams? Because our teams in the kingdom are holy.
Yeah, I mean,
shnikes.
so I'll give you guys some updates, right? We
Please.
took first place last week, right? Each week is a season. Our Knights of Dejan team took first place, and we decided to add 2 other teams to the kingdom.
Crazy.
We've got the Steeds of Dejan, who now won 2 games in a row. And then we actually added the Protectors of the Kingdom. And they're all guys that have 0 games. They're all rookies. We've got Aquaman. We've got Gambit, Daredevil, Iron Man. We named them all superheroes. And it was freaking great. But our Knights of Dejan team right now, our top team, kicking some butt, man. The last one was pretty close.
Conan, I follow his Twitter. If you guys aren't following his Twitter,
Gotta give Conan O'Duncan a follow.
he lets me know. I'm a busy guy. I'm a coaching myself with the children and all the above and family, yada yada. So Conan keeps me up to date. I like to see when I'm coaching and I look down at my Apple Watch. Hey, Apple, sponsor us. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Apple.
Yeah, I got
Apple
the-
sponsor us.
I got the Jigga Man. I got the Jigga Man syndrome. Shameless plug wherever I can go. But yeah, when I look down at my Apple Watch, when I see the Conan tweets, I'm trying to coach the children. I'm like, oh shit, did we win? Oh yeah, and then it's a whole new energy. Yeah, it's crazy how I get so excited about some virtual basketball.
It's just so much fun, and it's crazy now having 3 teams because I'm constantly like, watching each one individually, even though they go off at the same time. I'm like, no spoilers in the chat. I close my Discord. I don't want to know. But I mean, like, look at his squad, man. What's crazy is how this game is evolving, and like we're learning so much as we go, and buying these players.
Do we understand if they're going to be putting out, sort of like the concept of watching on court play, or is it always going to be something of this nature?
We don't know. I mean, honestly, I love the sim aspect to it the way it is right now. Like super engaging. Do I think there's going to be updates to their AI and all that? Of course. The good thing is I've got so many questions. We all do because it's so new. We lined them up September 1st. They'll actually be on the night shift. Yeah. And we're going to ask the questions, find out how good our guys are, what their opinions are. But man, the VBA, Zook used to text me every morning just to talk about shows. This man doesn't text me for anything other than VBA. It's VBA all day, every day. 1 o'clock in the morning, text being like, check this player out. I think we should buy him. It's like, dude, we just won first place. We're okay right now. But hey, wifey in the chat. Hello, Queen Porto.
What up there?
How you doing?
Hopefully soon. Did we talk to her yet? All right. That's another conversation for another moment there, Celso Jiggle Man.
All right, so I know those in the chat that love to watch the VBA with us. We're going to keep that on the screen. We'll hide our ugly mugs. Right now, 31-29, Al Dunkachino, Kono Duncan, 1 of 2 free throws. All right, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. So just looking at it, Jose, what is your opinions? Do you see why we're getting so invested in having Twitter accounts and really building behind it?
I do. The thing about this that like really works is that it's extremely fast paced.
Exactly.
Like, it's really moving.
Love the pace. Love. Right? For instance, I love what we have going on with Footium. Right. But it's a much slower pace with that soccer one. And they're making updates. They confirm that that's changing. This right here, the action. And then even the little stuff, right? Like the cookies, he just stole the ball. Or, oh, he put him on a poster. Like it's not, he scored. Here you go. And then 5 minutes later, here's another point,
Now, what about for people like me? Because I love the speed of it. And we're taking a commanding lead here as we continue to conversate about it. I struggle a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's coming in so fast, and like yes, it's on a nice big screen. But if you try to watch on your phone, like I'm trying to see what it reads because I'm trying to read out the whole like thing. Like going to Duncan throws alley-oop between the legs to Swisher McGee, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden, like 15 plays have already transpired, and I'm still trying to read the alley-oop. I'm like, dang it.
I wasn't home the other night and I didn't pull it up on my phone. I refuse. I want it on my computer. I want it on the big screen. I want to see what's going on. This is a close one right now. I mean, we're holding the lead.
I mean, 7 points is a decent lead, but yeah, especially at the beginning, this game was pretty close.
Yeah. What's funny is because of the adjustments that our committee, first of all, shout out to our committee. Okay. Amazing. Sport Bean, Jay Gills, Jason right in the chat, Zook. I mean, the guys are putting in work. I mean, from spreadsheets to docs, we've got full stats and analytics. They're building like literally a freaking top-notch competing team. This is a paid tournament this week. Right. So It's a double up. We win. We come in the top 4. We win 1 soul to help us get more players. But it's funny. Like if you look right now with Branch and Al Dunkachino, right? Branch only with 2 points. This is a really low game for him. Branch has been pulling triple doubles left and right.
Yeah, him still like pulling through 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Exactly. Those are still such big contributing numbers.
Yeah, the biggest pickup we had in the offseason, and by offseason I mean the weekend, was Dutch Schwarzenegger. Look at this dude, 25 points so far,
he's going
11 rebounds. He is a monster.
He's 13 for 13 from the field right now.
It's ridiculous.
How is that even possible? I mean, that probably never happens in the real NBA.
Whoa. But with a name like Dutch Schwarzenegger.
I mean, yeah, Chris Paul just did it in the playoffs, but not with 11 rebounds. Make that 12.
All right, look, it looks like we pull. Now, here's the other crazy thing: with all the moves that the committee made and the pieces, last season we would struggle in the second half. Now we're holding close and in the first half, and then seem to really dominate in the second half, which is huge.
14-point lead, about to go into the fourth year. I mean, geez Louise, boys. This team is dominant, ripe for the pickings. I mean, this team is ready to make some headways in the VBA community. I really believe it.
Listen, I may be going on a limb here, but I think the waves already have started. All right. Conan No Duncan's Twitter account. All right. I love Jason Wright in the chat. A soul, not a soul.
Yeah.
You and a soul. Well, now it's up for conversation. Maybe we should find out, how do you take their souls if you beat them? Oh, can we ask them?
If we see Branch get a double-double without points, like,
that'd be cool.
That's pretty impressive. Especially not as a point guard either. Like, he's putting up these works as power forward.
Yeah.
Is there anybody? Can we
running
find anybody
away.
in the NBA that's done like a triple? Isn't there somebody out there was like a Draymond Green, like that did a triple double without scoring a lot of points, and he got like rebounds, blocks, and steals or something like that? Wasn't there?
I
Somebody
do
out
believe.
there?
I don't think that was Draymond, but I believe that is a thing. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, look that up. All right, 77-64. Eddie Cheese, offensive rebound. Dutch with the miss. Come on,
Get
Dutch.
the rebound.
No, it was Draymond Green scored a
Yeah,
triple double
look at
without
Coach.
points. 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals, 5 blocks on the night.
Look at you guys second guess what Coach brings to the table. I got some.
I like Jason's idea. We needed to read the text to us. That would be dope.
Oh, so like a series situation.
But it's so fast. It'd be like,
Yeah, I think it's too fast for
too
that.
fast.
It's like I listen to a lot of podcasts on my Apple thing, back to Apple. And I have it on 1.5 times speeds for my podcast. I don't know if you guys do listen to podcasts. I don't know if anybody listens to them and if they listen to my regular speed. My wife was like freaking out. She was like, there's no way you're listening to this at 1.5 times speed. I was like, yeah, I got to get through them. So
I do the podcast. The podcast I do at regular speed. Lately, I do audiobooks at work sometimes, and I've been cranking those up to 1.5.
Don't get to 2. 2 is just holy smokes. What are these guys doing? Listening like they're talking faster than I do on a Tuesday night. That's pretty intense.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a spanking. Look at that. Dutch with the 40. He dropped the 40 on him.
A 40 burger. Puts a
40 with 15 rebounds. Holy crap. Nobody in the chat tell me what happened with our other teams. I don't want to know. We will go back and watch those after the show. Yo,
tell him.
Coach Richie, we've hit that marker. The family duties are here. We love you, bro. We'll see you on Tuesday.
I got to build a fan fence. Love you guys. KOD,
Later,
keep it tight. Jose, love you guys. Bye.
Peace. Listen, I am hooked on the VBA.
It is exciting, I'll tell you that.
I'm hooked. All right. So we got some other topics. You want to hang out a little longer? I've got time if you got time.
Yeah, we got some good stuff to go through still.
Yeah. Chat, if you're still down to hang out, let's keep it rolling. Can we talk about Nick Saban, bro?
I mean,
8
this
years?
is exactly what you expect. Like, Nick Saban's had like that weird kind of clause in his contract where whenever somebody gets paid more than him, he gets a contract boop.
He gets the jump up every time.
Yeah, but now, they're 8-year extension, $93.6 million.
He's going to be coaching. That gets him through age 78.
I mean, the resume speaks for itself, right?
So you're on the same page, right? I wouldn't be surprised he gets another contract at 78. Like, if he's still doing Saban
If he wants
things.
it. If he wants it.
Exactly. Yeah, he's back to being the highest paid, right? Am I correct on that?
I believe so. He's the highest paid college coach. This will be interesting to see because the NIA, the name and likeness rights that players can get offered now. Players are starting to make some cash. There's reasons to not go to Alabama now. So maybe going forward for this next 8 years, it isn't as Alabama dominant. We'll have to wait and see on that. But for now, I mean, how can you not just... I mean,
Yeah.
these
You can't argue.
colleges, man, they're making money hand over fist. What do they care whether or not they're paying?
Of
Nick
course.
Saban
Don't
how
even
much
get
money?
me started on how much tuitions are. You got to pay that tuition so Nick Saban can get 93.6 million. It's ridiculous. But you know what?
You're starting to
Speaking
look at all those college for your kids about how
Oh
much it's
my
going to
gosh,
be.
it's brutal. It's brutal. It really is. It's all right. It's all right. You know what? College football, guys. August 31st, we are literally a week away from our boys kicking off KOD University. You know I gotta plug them. Check it out. We had a meeting last night with all the guys, the hosts, the graphic designer that's working with us on this, EJ. Every time we talk, you know, when it gets closer, like you're already excited, but then you see the creative come together and you're like, oh my gosh, the 31st can't get here quick enough. Super excited for that. I would watch it anyways, right? Even if I wasn't producing it, but the fact that I get to produce it, and bro, like my college game, after talking to these guys, I think this will be my best college, being able to talk college football at a level that I never thought was possible.
You rooting for a team, or you just watching the whole?
Yeah,
the whole college sport?
I watched the whole thing. Look, like I was a Tennessee fan. You know,
Okay.
I really was. You know, their history, the team itself, Marquell Osborne. You know, everybody knows now that was my cousin. You know, the eraser from the FCF, and he played there. So being able to go and watch him play and be at those games, and I just, you know, because of him, really bought into that culture then and loved it a lot. But with these guys, hearing everybody's different takes and the betting alpha, I'm like, okay. I'm more excited about the betting aspect and learning how to really look at college football, that this season is going to be bananas. I mean, they've got all kinds of ideas. There's going to be some pools going on. There's going to be competitions weekly, betting aspect. Man, do you have a team, Jose? Like, are you in?
I've never gotten into college football. I follow the Dan Le Batard show a lot, you know, so I get a lot of talk about the U, learn about the Canes and all that stuff. I know a lot about that team. My brother's always been a Michigan fan, but you know, the Big Ten's really like coming together. So like for like a super conference kind of thing going on. And so he's been talking about rooting for the Ducks, kind of like the Ducks, but I don't know. I've never gotten into the college game. So maybe this year will, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Well,
start
the
watching.
thing is, like with my wife and I, her family's West Virginia, right? So that's when I started learning about college football. Like, if you're from West Virginia, you're freaking Mountaineer talk all day long, right? So I was like, and that was before we got Geno Smith. And so I was like, oh, that's weird. Now I've got a West Virginia guy, and I knew things about West Virginia. Granted, he got punched in the mouth and he was horrible. But anyways, can we talk about Brett Favre petitioning that Jimmy G should be the starter over Trey Lance?
Why?
Like, where does that tie in? That's where I was confused. Like, I get it, it's Brett Favre, you know, but if we were talking Packers, that's one thing. But I was confused on the whole conversation.
Brett Favre is just out there giving opinions. I don't understand it at all. I mean, like, look, Jimmy G, he is what he is. We know exactly what he is. This is the situation. Is Jimmy G a pretty good quarterback? Yeah. Do I think the Seattle Seahawks might need to go get Jimmy G? Maybe.
Right.
But for the 49ers have reached their max potential with Jimmy G.
Look at this guy.
Zook is here.
Wait, are you
20 minutes late.
Are you here to give me spoilers, or are you going to actually share the other two games and pull it up on your screen for me? Well, first we can work on the microphone. We'll work on the microphone. But let's start there. So we're talking. Zook coming. Listen, I think that's. Oh shoot!
Can
Well, I think
This
that's
is,
the
this is
first
very
time
top of the
I've
line
ever-
production company over here.
you hear me now?
There we go.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Dude, I think that's the first time I've ever seen your mouth move and words not come out.
Yo. So I saw the 2 other games. I won't ruin them. The one thing I will say is what's weird, and I just asked this in the VBA chat, and Jigga, you'll find this interesting. We got rating points for that win. When we hadn't gotten rating points for like the 3 other cash wins to like get points, we got +6. So I just asked in Discord, like, did we miss an announcement between like the 3rd and the 4th game that they're adding rating points? Because it's kind of nice that we can get points in cash games, stay in the intermediate bracket.
So that's dope. Dude, Dutch went off, bro. 40 points.
Dude, he might be one of the best players in the game. Like, it's because, like, I bet you if we saw other players in this game that got 40, they probably shot the ball like a trillion times. What was he, 17 for 19?
Yeah, that's what he ended up with. It was at one point where he was 13 for 13.
He was 14 for 14 the last time that I was really paying attention to it.
Zook, while you pull that up, we're talking Brett Favre saying Jimmy G needs to start over Trey Lance. And Jose, what were you saying?
No.
Seattle should go get Jimmy G?
Maybe. Maybe. We're still locking it in, okay? Drew Lock's taking us to the promised land, okay? But maybe we should look at Jimmy G. What Trey Lance offers is San Francisco has the potential to go to the next level. They know exactly what they have with Jimmy Garoppolo. And even if Trey Lance is worse, you're at least shooting. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. We just know it. We know it because they went to the Super Bowl.
You got to test the ceiling with Lance.
Exactly.
You got to test it. You got to see. You know that you don't know what his ceiling is. That's the crazy part. Zook, yes?
Sorry, let me turn this. I got my F1 game. Yo, I won 3 races in my F1 video game in a row. I'm on fucking fire. But that's a story for another night. I always thought like the 49ers should almost considering keeping Jimmy G for all the reasons that Jose said. Like, they know what he is. Like, say Trey Lance absolutely sucks. Like, and they somehow start like 0-3, 0-4. Like, Jimmy G could lead them like 10-3, 11-2 the rest of the season. And look, Jimmy G's not great. He's one throw to Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl that he missed really bad, but he makes that one throw that he stinks, but he probably makes that throw 9 out of 10 times realistically. Sanders was wide open. He's a Super Bowl champion, and we're not even having this conversation because you add that to his resume, and it's like it's hard to argue. But no, I would keep him, and I would go with Trey Lance definitely because the ceiling's much higher, but your floor's a lot higher also with Jimmy G on your bench.
Yeah,
it is. Well, with their run game system, their floor is pretty high no matter what is the thing. They really just need a facilitator.
That's fair.
And we've seen Shanahan have success with pretty mediocre backup quarterback. Nick Mullins.
Who's their offensive coordinator now?
I don't know their offensive coordinator at the moment.
I bet you they like promoted someone.
It was definitely promoted within. They probably promoted the running backs coach because that's how Mike McDaniel got there beforehand. He was the running back coach over there in Washington, I believe.
See, do you guys think, and Zook, you made the comment, right? They go 0-3 and then maybe they throw Jimmy G in. Do you think they do that? I mean, if the whole point is to test out Trey, right? Are they going to commit to the learning curve of seeing what he can do? Do they let it I mean, I don't see them going 0-5, right? But do you see a world, guys, where they let it go that long before they bring Jimmy G in?
There would have never, honestly, unless I'm missing one, been a situation like that where I think because of how win now they are and how win now that franchise has been recently, they're not looking to rebuild. And I think with Jimmy G being on the last year of his contract, I'm pretty sure the last year of his contract, like they
He
could get
might
away
have
with like
two.
I think
pulling
next
Lance.
year is his last.
Next year, yeah, he has
So he has
two
two
left
more
this year.
years.
Yeah. And I believe that's why they are shopping him is because
That's
his
tough.
contract
That's
is
tough.
a bit large.
That's
Yeah.
tough because my thing was like if they sit Lance and play Jimmy G this year, at least Jimmy G walks next year, and they could start fresh with Trey Lance again, having a much longer leash, being less win now. But 2 years makes that tougher. It makes that a lot tougher.
And like we said, that's probably why a lot of the shopping was happening, right? And they still they're afraid to let it go. And I get it, right? Having him there. But that's my biggest question every time I'm reading this stuff is, all right, if you're committing to Trey like you are, great. We all agree. Okay, great. He deserves a chance. That's why you got him. We have no idea what his ceiling is. But are you committing enough to say, if we start off where we are 1-5, 1-4, do we pull the trigger? Because by doing that, you're literally saying we give up on Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, at that point, if you're giving up on Trey Lance, just run out the season, draft a quarterback next year, because those are really the options that you have. And we've seen teams like the Cardinals have success doing exactly that. They drafted Josh Rosen, bailed on him.
The thing is, though, what's different with that, what you have to bring up is like, what was the cost for Trey Lance? The cost for Rosen was a 12. The cost for Lance was like, what they trade another 2 first-rounders to move up.
True.
So like they are kind of all in. So that almost makes me think that there's really no other decision other than Lance is getting this year, regardless of if they can even move Jimmy G or not. Like you don't give up that type of assets, and at least don't give them like 1 to 2 to probably 3 full season look at it. And Jose brought up the great point that it could be very easy to make Trey Lance good because of how the 49ers team floor is so high with their run system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have to have seen something from Trey Lance already. If they've committed to moving on from Jimmy G.
Yeah.
They have, dude. It's they saw Kaepernick. They saw what Kaepernick did for that franchise. And they saw how different it was, and you know how they were able to get to a Super Bowl with that. And I think they think that Trey Lance may have a little bit of a better arm than Kaepernick. I still think Kaepernick was great, you know, when he was in his prime, but no other franchise, I guess, other than the Ravens, who still have their guy, has seen this work quite like the 49ers have. So it kind of makes sense they're the ones that are invested in it working again.
Yeah.
So last thing I want on this topic, because Jose, you know how I am. When we have to talk about something too many weeks in a row, we're not going to talk about it again until there's something epic, like he gets traded or something, right? Like that's just where next time we'll talk about it. Do you feel, though, and it's one of the things that I had a conversation with earlier, was by keeping Jimmy G, I understand the insurance and all that. Do you think that also plays a part, though, of holding Trey Lance back a little bit? Like, hey, if you mess up, we do have this guy that has proven he can run with our team. Do you think that kind of puts handcuffs on him a bit?
I am always skeptical to like really dig into like the psychological aspects of like the quarterback races and stuff and how it affects a guy. I mean, I was kind of what the Dolphins did with Tua, right? When they had Fitzpatrick and stuff. And I don't know, I guess it's an experiment with Tua to see like what that actually looks like with him. It didn't seem to affect him that much, but it's just so hard to know. There's value in Jimmy G that you can get from him. I think his trade value is higher than his playing value. So for me, it's just trading.
And I think they're missing out on their window if they don't do it now.
Yeah, I agree.
His value is going to go down, point blank. And if they come in and then throw him in, which, again, we all don't think that's going to happen because you got to commit to Trey, you're going to commit to him. But I think his value goes down. Jimmy G, we're not going to talk about you again. Sorry, bro, nothing against you, but till something major happens, we're not talking about it again. But we do have to talk about Baker and Sam Darnold.
Let me just say
go ahead.
One last thing. The 49ers also set themselves up to completely, like, by them having that press conference when they're like, we're moving on from Jimmy G and we're going to Trey, like, Jimmy G can never play quarterback for them again. Like, they didn't do it like casually. This was like everything to put as much of their support behind Trey Lance as possible. We're like, that one press conference, now thinking about that makes me think that he can never screw up to them.
Yeah, but it goes back to it's just lip service. Because if that's the case, you've got these teams that are calling and offering some of the packages we've seen and we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, Jose, were decent packages.
I agree with that.
I
I agree
so.
with that.
So
point.
it's lip service. You're saying one thing, but behind the scenes, you're like, well, hold on. Let's not get drastic. So it's a mess.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold,
yeah,
he's done. Sam Darnold took a week of we're gonna give them all the time to battle it out. Again, another team throwing lip service. We all knew. We talked about this.
I told you
It
last
was
week. This was a
Baker's
fake
job.
race.
Exactly. I mean, it got the attention it needed. Everybody's talked about it. We've talked about it. We knew Baker was going to take that starting role. What do you do with Sam Darnold? You just keep him there now?
I think so.
I don't see anybody begging to trade for Sam Darnold. Like, you know what I mean? Like
his trade value isn't that high, and like, what's Sam?
So they picked up his
contract
option, so he's
looking
making $1 gazillion. So legit, like they would have to eat so much of that.
Yeah.
And it also never hurts to have a quarterback that knows the system. So this is probably going to be like an eat it year for them, where in their minds they're just going to pretend that whatever they're paying Darnold, they're paying Baker, and whatever they're paying Baker, they're paying Darnold, and they'll just justify it in their mind that way.
It wasn't a competition. We knew it when the trade happened. Like it's just dumb. But I feel bad for Darnold, man. Jets put him on a track that was just garbage. And then I really thought it was, we didn't use him right. But then he goes and does the same crap over in Carolina. Do we see a world where he's going to end up on a team and actually get a chance again? Or have we seen the very end of Sam Darnold?
I just looked it up right now. This season, his contract, the hit is $18.9 million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got the 5th-year option picked up. And
So he's
to answer your
untradeable.
Question,
He's
Jigga,
untradeable.
is no, because this was not unexpected. What happened to Sam Darnold is when you're rating prospects and you say best case scenario, worst case scenario, one of the worst case scenarios came true, and that's that he never fixed his turnover problem. So it's not like something from out of nowhere came. Kind of just his worst track was the one that panned out, and he just constantly turns the ball over. And the Jets maybe didn't put him perfectly or even like in a decent situation, but the man turns the ball over so much. Like even if you put him in a perfect situation, that would follow him.
Yeah.
There's potential. I mean, he's never going to be a starter again. That's just flat out.
No.
There's potential for him to be a backup, and it really depends on how coachable he is. Like what the reports come out of the Panthers. If he's a coachable guy, if he can work in a system and be a decent backup, the way you see Brian Hoyer has never in his entire career been a starting caliber quarterback, but he's incredibly coachable. He listens, he can hold the thing down, and he just keeps coming back. So.
And if you go in the game, they expect you to manage it and not turn the ball over. So, like, a lot of Sam Darnold actually lends itself to not being a great backup. So I agree with you. Like, this year of him being a backup for the longevity of his career is almost as important than any career year he's played. Because this might be how he survives the next 10 years.
If he becomes a check down guy.
Chase Daniel sucks.
Oh,
he makes $1 billion every year.
Seriously. I mean, he's getting 18.5 this year to be the backup. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about last week. I think it's going to be an interesting watch, Baker with the Panthers. If he keeps a Christian McCaffrey healthy, I think it'll be fun to watch for sure.
I agree. Yeah, I'm excited for Baker.
Before we move on from football, I got to throw another plug out there. One, there's only literally 7 days left for you to go and register for the Knights Fantasy Football League for the KFFL. Like, we are over 115, I think.
Stop plugging that. Stop plugging that. We have so many.
Yeah, and the more that register, the bigger that prize pool's getting, the more coverage we're going to have. It's just, I'm so excited. They put the announcement out. Now the times for the drafts are coming out. Everything is so dope. And then, of course, that means that the DJ
We about to make a killing. I don't care what you feeling. I know you want to steal it. Want it, then come and get it. You want it, then come and get it. You want it, then come and get it. Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah. Let's move on to a little bit of stuff that's gone on in the soccer world this week, dude. First, can we talk about Ronaldo? Jose, I know you brought this up. I'm going to let you take the lead on this.
This guy, dude, what a jerk Ronaldo has been going through the entire offseason into this season. He's being a total diva over there, not being a team player, totally destroying Man United. I mean, they lost to Brentford last week, 4-0. Totally embarrassing loss. This week, Ronaldo got to ride the bench, and what happened? Oh, they just got a win over Liverpool.
Did you see how pissed he looked sitting down there? Oh my gosh. I mean, there was no, I'm going to fake it like it's no big deal. He was mad. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody talks about he wants out of there, but all the reports make it clear nobody wants him on his team.
It's where he can go is such a crazy question right now because, yeah, nobody in the Premier League wants him. There are very few teams in the other European leagues that are interested in this guy because the way he's handled himself since he's been at Man United has been abysmal. So,
yeah.
I mean, I remember some rumors coming out of it before he signed this contract with Man United that there was potential he was going to finish out his career in the MLS with a big contract for potentially like Miami or Austin, one of these new teams. Maybe that happens faster than we were expecting it to.
Yeah, that's the only option I see being a big route that he goes.
The one thing to bring up with Ronaldo is he has his saving grace that, people love club soccer, of course, but, everyone's going to be watching him in his Portugal jersey, where he tends to play the best and carry that, Superman cape around with him. So I don't know much about soccer, but obviously what you guys are talking about, I've heard a little bit about. But my only comment would be, yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, and I kind of know him and his personality lends to that. But how quickly he could change that if he goes out and leads Portugal to like an Elite Eight or Final Four and goes crazy in the tournament, and then he'll have all these teams lining up for him again.
Yeah, I mean, they can say that no team wants him, but it's still Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like Jose said, we're going to see that move to the MLS a lot quicker than expected.
Yeah.
And I think that becomes the biggest play, and that's what it's going to be, let's be real. It might be that whole rejuvenation story, right? Oh, and it gave him the new look he needed and all that. Our football is better. Kung Fu D. Sticking with soccer, did you guys see that new series with Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, yeah. I'm hype.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all in on this. Like, so much so, when you've been married as long as I have been, right, and you get to the age of the ripe 40, you guys will get there one day. I'm going to give you some advice. Like, you got to pick and choose what shows you sell your girl on. You can't sell them on everything, right? Because then it becomes a consistent. They get comfortable with no, right? Like, I'm watching, what's the one on Amazon Prime with Chris Pratt?
Oh, passenger list or whatever? Terminal list.
Terminal list. I started that. I didn't go to her for that one, right? To her, Chris Pratt is Andy Dwyer. If it's not Parks and Rec, she doesn't want to see him in another role. I'm going to save that. I'm going to do that on my own time. I'm so excited for this one. I gave it my best sales pitch. And it ended with her saying, oh, yeah, I can get behind that. Let's do it. So excited to see this. The whole storyline, everything they're doing. It's crazy. I mean, it's just like what we've done, right? With WAGME United and buying Crawley Town. But these guys are legit taking over. Is this something you guys think you'll jump in on watching?
I think I might, yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of not only – I actually didn't watch Always Sunny religiously.
Rob?
Yeah, of Rob. I watch Mythic Quest.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay.
Mythic Quest is fantastic, so I'm very excited. Also, will love the style of the mockumentary, so I think it's going to be a killer show.
Yeah, I'm just excited that, like, there's some soccer stuff taking off in the U.S. right now. People seem like really excited about soccer right now. That excites me because I need more sports to watch. Give me all the sports.
You know what I mean? It's the second fastest growing sport in the country. We all know what the fastest growing sport in the country is.
Course,
and that,
of course.
That
Oh,
would be
hold on. Is it-
pickleball.
Oh, look, shameless plug alert. Plug it. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night. Go ahead, give them your lineup, Zook. What we got in store for everybody?
Tomorrow night we got Tyler Loom. Tyler Loom is one of the better players. I would say top 15, top 20 in singles and doubles this weekend. I was watching with my buddies. I forget if we were watching mixed or straight up men's, but he was in the semifinals and we were watching him and he was dope. And then on Thursday we have Mary Brachia. And what's great about her, she just got traded to the Drew Brees Major League Pickleball team.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to talking to her about that. I really want to, after Alex Newman, because the way we got into this is we followed the PPA league first, but there's 2 other leagues. The MLP league, where they're doing these teams with drafts and ownership, seems to be really cool. So we're going to pick her brain about the league in general, plus how she felt about that trade. I think she actually got traded from this team early in the summer and now traded back after Drew Brees bought it. So I'll ask her if, there was any conversation with him, why that trade happened. I heard from people that know a lot more than me that
No, don't do it. No spoilers, bro. They need to tune in. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on.
What are you?
No. That's right.
Okay.
People can tune in. I'm not done.
Look.
I'm not done.
Look, I just heard Zook say he heard something from people who know more than him. No, okay. Look, when it comes to pickleball, nobody knows more than Zook. Okay, audience, he's the
Nailed
guy.
it. Nailed
Nobody in the business knows more than this man right here.
it's kind of been bad. Nobody, I can guarantee to you, nobody has been on the world pickleball rankings on pickleballtournaments.com over the last month more than me, maybe the rest of the world combined. Like, I could basically verbatim tell you like the top 50 on all the leaderboards because I'm just like obsessed with learning about it. But nah, it's fun. The 2 people this week are great. The 2 people that we've had on prior, those episodes are on YouTube.
What's great is we've got so many loaded up. I mean, we had to pull a double shift this week, right? Pickle Juice, ladies and gentlemen, was originally a part of what we gave it a test run, right? We wanted a pilot. Guess what? The pilot did great. We have 2 shows this week. Don't be surprised if you start seeing 2 Pickle Juices a week very soon. And don't be surprised if Zook and myself are backstage consistently trying to pitch KOD for a nice little pickleball team. How you doing? It's going to happen. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Pickle Juice. I'm excited about that. Oh, you know what? Right afterwards, we're doing the night shift. We're interviewing Samson Tan from MetaVarsity. He's coming on
dope.
tomorrow.
Yes.
And we also have Deshaun Kaiser coming on for an interview. We're going to talk one of none, shoot the crap all night long. Tomorrow's a big one, guys. I feel great. We get to say that a lot. Tomorrow's a big one. And this is a big one. And
Deshaun Kaiser, man, one of the subjects of one of my favorite John Boyce videos of all time. I believe it was a John Boyce video about how Deshaun Kaiser was too good of a passer that he got caught in a situation because he used to go out as wide receiver routes as well, correct?
Yeah.
And that he took over as the passer, but he was also the best receiver on the team. And they just got stuck in a catch-22 of him not being able to throw to himself.
You know what, Jose?
I'm a diehard Steelers fan, so I'll keep my opinions about Deshaun Kaiser on the football field to myself.
Hey, Kenny Pickett. Pretty good showing this week.
Yeah. Zook's
Pretty
in love.
good. Pretty good.
It is. Cool. So tomorrow is going to be dope. Also, back to soccer for a minute because I'm huge on Crawley Town. Listen, I love soccer so much more because of the fact that I've been streaming this stuff on Saturdays with the Knights of Degen and really, getting to understand the game and this team. These guys kill me on Saturdays. Okay. In our regular league games, they're struggling. Okay. We lost again. But then they go today in the Carabao Cup and they knock out Premier League team Fulham 2-0. Like, I have a pure man crush on James Balagizi. Point blank. Man crush, I admit it. The dude is a stud. Why is it these guys can kick butt, pull up an upset like that, and then when it's league game, they're just like, oh, who needs a shot on goal? Not us. It's
Wait, they beat Fulham?
They beat them today,
Fulham
dude. The biggest upset.
Yeah, in tournament play, they beat Fulham, which was crazy.
And I mean, it was a 2-0. Like, I mean, they literally haven't scored 2 points in the season yet. They tied their total points in the season in this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we saw from them last season as well. They made a really deep run in tournament play, but are struggling in league play. So we need to get that figured out.
Seriously. And yes, Jason, I agree with you. The Crawley Town jerseys look so sweet.
Yeah, they put them up for sale.
Yeah, it's been dope. It's been dope. You know what? I love jumping into some WNBA talk, right? I mean, Jose and I talk about this like crazy. You know what?
I saw Zook's face. I'm sure he knows that.
No, I'm
Liberty.
just saying you guys are like you're testing my knowledge now.
No, unfortunately, Liberty got slaughtered tonight. They're out of the playoffs.
Oh, they
it's
lost
upsetting.
The plays?
They did pick up. I mean, they're playing the defending champions in the first round of the playoffs. They did come out with a big upset in game one, but got themselves knocked out. Just too much going against the defending champs.
Yeah, today on ESPN, they were shit-talking
was...
Sabrina, and I was kind of pissed, saying that she needs to do more, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, Sabrina's my girl, lay off, but I guess she wasn't able to pull it off.
Yeah, it's a tough defensive matchup for them. But
yeah, that second game was brutal. What was it? The most points, right?
It was the playoff record for a win, 38 points.
38.
It's tough because one, the Chicago Sky, they're a bigger team than them. So there's a lot of length there. They're playing very aggressive, almost full court press defense on them. Liberty's getting in situations, turning the ball over so much. It's just tough.
It was fun to watch Sabrina play. It was a good season.
Good.
It just ended.
They're a young team too.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a learning experience from them. They come back next season, are really able to make a playoff push. But it sucks. I mean, it sucks to be on the worst loss in WNBA playoff history. That stings.
Yeah, and get knocked out right afterwards. It's just hurts. But you know what? Another good news. How about Sue Bird? We always have to bring her up, man.
Yeah, another record over the weekend. Sue Bird became the oldest player in WNBA history to get a playoff double-double. Seattle's playing very, very good right now. Just swept their opponents. They're going into what is going to be, hopefully, an amazing series, 5-game series against the Las Vegas Aces, the best team in the league right now.
It's funny because we talked about it last week, right? And we said if this matchup goes, it's gonna be epic, right? Yeah. And props to Sue Bird, man, representing for the 40 plus. What's up? Like, how you doing? Like, killing it still, which is so cool. Who's your money on for next round?
I mean, you just got to put money on the Aces, man. They're such a good team. They're so dominant in just they're having multiple players put up huge scoring nights. It's going to be tough. I do really, really want to see Seattle put something together and get Sue Bird her last season, get her to the finals. But having to go through the Aces, man, that's so tough.
Yeah, it's definitely one we're going to be watching for sure. And we got to cover it, right?
Absolutely.
Man, guys, I think we covered a lot we covered a whole bunch tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
Had T West on the show tonight too. That was dope.
Yeah, that
Love
was
seeing
dope.
him. You know, little VBA action. Man, everybody in the chat, love you guys hanging out on Tuesday nights. Again, tomorrow, kicking off 8 p.m., we've got Zook with Pickle Juice with Tyler Loong coming on tomorrow, followed up by the night shift with Metavarsity, Deshaun Kaiser, One and None. It's just another night of epicness. And depending on how long night shift goes, and if Zook doesn't, lay down in his bed and just join the chat, maybe we cover a little VBA tomorrow night. I mean,
Always.
rumor has it.
Hold up 1 sec. Did we clinch? We're close to clinching.
We're close. I would say we probably wouldn't know till the end of Wednesday.
Because there's three teams in our division that are 0-4, and we only need to finish in the top 4 for a double up. So there's only 5 teams going for 4 spots. There is another undefeated team, and we play them tomorrow at 3. So 2 4-0 teams. Whoever wins this most likely will clinch for good. But we play the second place and the third place team tomorrow. So tomorrow's huge for us.
Big day. Cool. Well, man, I guess on that note, we call it a night. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Jason Wright. Later, bro. Kung Fu D, everybody. Appreciate it. Jose, great job, bro. I guess we'll see you next Tuesday, unless you decide that you want to have that conversation with Deshaun tomorrow. Just let me know. Stop by and we'll discuss that with him, all right? Appreciate it, everybody. We're out. Peace.